You know, the club, the Jewish Music Song Club, once upon a time, you could have fit everyone into a room and not had a minion. You know, it was just a few of us. We've been singing since 1971. Dan and I met at Clark University in Worcester. He was going to Trinity in Hartford. I went to Clark in Worcester, but he lived in Worcester, so I was introduced to Dan, and we hit it off immediately. Danny is the musician's musician. You know what I'm saying? He can sing Broadway, he can sing art song, opera, chazanut, folk music, pop music, maybe not heavy metal or punk, but he's very eclectic. And at the time I was the folky. I was the folk singer. It was strictly Pete Seeger, Simon and Garfunkel, Beatles, Bob Dylan, Tom Paxton. But it will soon be my 50th year in show business because I'm 56, and I think I actually got up in front of people when I was 7, so that means next year will be my 50th year in showbiz.
Wow.
I think I sang some, I don't know, like Hava Nagila or Zum Gali Gali. In Hebrew, there's an expression, everything's okay, Kol B'Seder. And it's one of the first things you learn in Hebrew class. As a matter of fact, I remember being in Hebrew class. I think it was my first year of cantorial school, and I must have been daydreaming or something was boring, and I was doodling in my book, and I was writing Kol B'Seder, and I decided to write it with the word Kuf Vav Lamed, which sounds, Kol sounds the same, but Kuf Vav Lamed means voice. So I had written a voice in order, or an okay voice, which I always felt my voice was an okay voice. Never going to sing at the Met. It just so happened at the same time I was forming a Jewish music group, and I thought to myself, what a great name for a Jewish music group, Kol B'Seder. Israelis were very confused at the beginning. They couldn't say, Mazeh, Kol B'Seder, Kol B'Seder, what is this? Don't quite understand. Bye bye, Miss American Pie, drove my Chevy to the levee. Don McLean's American Pie had come out the end of 71, and by the summer of 72, I think it was the #1 song, or number 1 or 2, such that driving cross country, remember this is AM radio now in 1972, every time we would go out of range of one station and dial another one in, within 10 minutes, American Pie would come on the radio. So we got very good at harmonizing on American Pie.
Okay.
That was the theme song of the trip. When we got back from the summer, Dan said, well, you're teaching music at synagogue in Worcester. I'm teaching music at synagogue in West Hartford. And we need to create some fun songs for our kids. And so the first song we wrote was an attempt to create a song to sing with Jewish kids on Sunday morning when they don't want to be in religious school. And it had to be up-tempo and fun. Modeh Ani lefanecha. Melech v'kayam. So that was our first creation.
Wow.
It was a song made to order. When you get to be my age, the wonderful thing is you get to see people develop in the way that I did, and not in the way that I did, but hopefully better. Because you don't have to, people like Debbie and us, we cleared we cleared the trail.
You were the pioneers.
That's what they call a trailblazer. Clear the trail. But you know what? Each generation goes higher than the generation before. That is simply derech olam. It's the way of the world. I've been thinking about that. The student surpasses the teacher, and that is the way that it has to be.
Standing on the shoulders.
If you will, that's a good way to put it.